You eat, I pay. That's something that you and I can get behind. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. Finn didn't exactly take too well to it, but Tony took even worse to it. And you know what? Anyone that's going to offer to pay for me to eat, they're a good guy in my books.
They're a good guy. Is Tony a good guy though? We do not know. Finn thought he was doing the right thing. Finn thought he was paying for a meal. Tony always pays. I'm going to pay this time. I'm going to, dig deep into my pockets and show that I can pay and I can support Mito and I can appreciate and give back to the Soprano family. But Tony wasn't having it. He took this as an insult. He took this as a dig. No, you don't pay. I pay. And he just throws money at Finn as if to say, your money's no good enough. Your money is shite. My money is the real money. And I guess they weren't eating out at Artie's, so Tony actually had to pay for a change.
He had to pay for a change, but I mean, is this naivety for Finn and Meadow? I mean, Meadow kind of knew straight away, but I don't even think at this stage this Finn guy's aware of what Tony is and who he is and what he does.
Yeah, for me, it's just Tony. It's his ego, man. It was Tony's ego couldn't handle it that someone could possibly be watching him eating and having it paid for by so. I mean, he can talk about culture, but I don't necessarily think it's that, man. I just think it's.
You think it's more him?
I think it's the fact that some college students could be paying for something, and people might think, oh, that Tony Soprano's having this little bum, heck, pay for him.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, that is it. You know what? The more I think of it, the more he is small-minded, Tony Soprano, right? Even though he's a big fucking bellied guy, and I'm sure he ate a lot of food. But if word got out in his crew that he let Meadow's boyfriend pay for a meal, I think it would eat him up. I think he'd have one of his wee panic attacks.
I agree.
And you know what? I think Tony should pay for dinner, right? Because he's the head of the family, and it's more of a thing where, but then, say Finn, right, marries Meadow, they have a child, and Tony's there with AJ, and the kid's there. Who pays for it? Is that when the line is drawn? Does Tony not have to be there for Finn to pay, or what if Tony's junior's age? Is that when Finn can pay and it's all right? Do you think there's specific guidelines or?
I think for Tony, I think Tony's always going to feel like if he's at the table and his family's at the table, he's paying. I don't think it matters if.
But say Tony and Carmela were out with Carmela's parents and Big Hugh, the rock star who served in World War II, whipped out his big wad of cash and went to pay for the dinner. Is Tony going to take it as thick as this?
Well, no, because I think Tony respects him, and maybe Tony can see from a man's perspective, well, he's doing what I want to do. But you know what? I still don't think Tony would be happy about it.
Nah, I'd probably fucking.
But I don't think he'd go
take that gun he gives.
I don't think he'd go through him the way he went through Finn. But I tell you what, if Mido was Polly's daughter, and Finn was offering to pay for meals, I think Polly'd be like, "Go ahead, Finn.
Go ahead, Finn. Line and sinker, Finn. On the shark, Finn."
I think Polly would be all for that. Because this the guy doesn't like to part with cash.
Right, so we think Tony should have paid for it 88%. Or you're kind of, I don't know.
No, I think Finn should have paid. I think Tony acted like a little bitch.
Do you think Tony should have paid for it, but because Finn already paid for it, it should be alright?
Aye.
Fair enough. Right, comment time. Joseph, Tony, you eat, I pay. When you have your own family, you pay. Tony, absolutely. To Tony, it was a sign of disrespect, but Finn would have never understood that. End of quote. And it's quite that simple at the end of the day here on Fog Entertainment. I totally get it, but it's just a weird scenario with Tony. It's not like he took Finn to one side and went, "Yeah, I appreciate you doing that," but
yeah, he could have just explained that a little bit better.
He went through him. He absolutely, I mean, he levered him verbally,
he went through him like a dodgy curry, it's just, I don't know, wasn't he?
Take me to the fun house. So anyway, guys, your thoughts down below. There'll be more Finn theories coming up, but more to do with Big Fat Fetal.
We're running a wee bit thin on these theories, aren't we? Oh, yeah.
I got a note from my doctor.
You think Fetal would let people pay for him?
Maybe he pays the security guard.
God damn.
No, Fido was blowing the security guard.
Catch, not pitch. What's going on there? Anyway, guys, Tony Soprano. Send us a wee super chat, Tony. We won't complain. Pay for our takeaways, you fat bastard.